Oh my goodness, Yooka-Laylee, I am hyped beyond words right now. This is a big deal for many Banjo-Kazooie fans, or anyone who is a fan of 90s rare games. I know this was the Saints Row channel, so for most of you unfamiliar with Banjo-Kazooie, here is a brief recap of the series and why this is so important to so many people without going into too much detail. The series started with Banjo-Kazooie. It's one of the most satisfying platformers I have ever played. Fantastic music, great atmosphere, memorable characters. This game is nothing short of a classic. Then 2 years later, we got a sequel, Banjo-Tooie. This is one of the best sequels to any game ever. It's 1,000 times better than the original, and the original was already a masterpiece, so you do the math. If you've never played a Banjo game and you're not really sure you'll be into it, at least play this one. Actually, play both of them. Do yourself that favor. These are fucking amazing games. So we have two amazing games for a series with so much more potential ahead of it. So what comes next? A 2003 handheld 2D sequel to a 3D platformer. So, bullshit. Then we get an even bigger pile of bullshit with Banjo Pilot, which was just a rebranded Diddy Kong game. And then 3 years later we got Nuts and Bolts, which while not a bad game, was yet another bullshit Banjo-Kazooie game. It was clear by this point that a major 3D platformer wasn't what Rare thought the market wanted. The future looked dim for these characters, and now 7 years later, Microsoft is whoring out Conker. So it's safe to say that Banjo and Kazooie are dead. But that's where the good news comes in. Banjo and Kazooie are now reincarnated as Yooka and Laylee. From what I've seen as a big fan of Banjo-Kazooie, I am so hyped. We've got the original dev team working on this, it sticks to the classic gameplay, and googly eyes! So it seems that this is already going to be the dream game for Banjo-Kazooie fans. See what I did there? It's perfectly fine to think of this game as a Banjo-Kazooie 3 from what I've seen. So let's continue this hype train by speculating what could be in the game. Here are 5 random things I want to see in Yooka-Laylee to really solidify that Banjo feel. Number 5, a pollution-themed stage. In Banjo-Kazooie we had Rusty Bucket Bay, and in Banjo-Tooie we had Grunty's Industries. These two levels share the same theme of pollution, and they're also notorious for being two of the most difficult and frustrating stages in the series. You either love them or you hate them. I'm in the category of I love to hate them. In both games, when you enter these specific stages, there's a distinct change of pace from the rest of the game. You're forced to slow down and take your time to think things out, rather than run about freely and explore the level. These levels are stressful the moment you enter them because you're constantly surrounded by danger. I've seen some people say that they're poorly designed, but I don't think that way at all. I think they're designed specifically to annoy the player, and it does a great job. I can understand why some people would despise these levels for that reason, but based on my inability to forget everything about them, they're also two of the most memorable stages for that reason. So why not have this theme return? We do see a bit of that Banjo pollution theme on this promo image, but it's not completely what I'm hoping for. I want an entire stage dedicated to it, and I want to rage when I play it. Number 4, crude humor. It's obvious that Rare was pushing the envelope with the crude humor of their games, all while keeping an E rating, like the melons in front of the bikini chick, semen's surprise, a fucking giant cock and balls. This shit was kind of raunchy. I'd like to see this type of humor return, and it pretty much has returned. While I was making this video, this character was announced. It's a snake, in pants, and he has one eye. He's a one-eyed trouser snake. Enough said. Number 3, interconnected stages. This is one of the coolest things about Banjo-Tooie. How Banjo-Kazooie traditionally worked was that each stage was its own little world. You enter it and all the objectives are in that stage. With Banjo-Tooie, this concept was slightly altered. You still entered specific worlds with specific themes, but as you progressed, you unlocked shortcuts that allowed you to travel to and from older worlds. You could go from Witchy World to Pterodactyland, or Glitter Gulch Mine. Then from Glitter Gulch Mine enter a secret area of Hellfire Peaks, or from Hellfire Peaks to Jolly Roger Bay. Some levels would require you to do things in other levels in order to obtain certain items. It made the entire game feel more connected and feel like one giant world. I have no doubt we're going to get something similar in Yooka-Laylee, but I'd love to see this interconnected world concept expanded on. Number 2, co-op. Originally in Banjo-Tooie, there was a game mode called Bottle's Revenge. This allowed a second player to possess an enemy and attempt to prevent player 1 from progressing in the game. Sadly, this was cut for unknown reasons, but the concept of a 2-player mode seems like it would work reasonably well for a so-called buddy platformer. In Banjo-Tooie, we also had those split-up pads that allowed Banjo or Kazooie to go solo and utilize their own personal abilities. I could see something like this working well with the co-op concept. Maybe even have an entire co-op campaign. And yeah, thanks to a stretch goal, this is actually becoming a thing.
Hype.
Number 1. I want a bunch of shit. I want a day and night cycle, an advanced Hellfire Peaks or Click Clock Wood style stage, more gameplay styles like an FPS mode or racing mode, another game show style segment, more minigames, bring back that thumb blistering Canary Mary shit. I want to turn into a microwave or something. Basically, I want a current gen Banjo game, and I think we're gonna get that with Yooka-Laylee. I mean, to be honest with you, most of the stuff on this list has been confirmed in one way or another, so they know exactly what they're doing, and they're giving us that new Banjo game we've always wanted. There's still 30 days left, people. Please consider backing this project. Let's push this game to its full potential. I have no doubt it'll meet our expectations, and I trust they will deliver on making a great game. I mean, hell, they could probably release the game right now in its alpha state, and it'll be better than anything Rare has released in the last 10 years. You poor bastards. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and tell me in the comments below what your thoughts on Yooka-Laylee are. See you next time.
Yeah, man, 1K, man. Real shit. Thank you, God. You know all the feedback I got on my videos and shit.